Hey everybody, I wanted to hop on and do another quick video. It's been a while since I've been on, so today I'm going to do a green eyeshadow look. So I hope everyone's doing good out there. I'm getting tired of being home and it sounds like little by little things are going to change. So I thought today would be a good day to get cleaned up. First of all, I want to shout out to my friend Christy. She has Azalea Lane Boutique, and this is a little camel dress with the piping, and I love it. It is just so comfortable and nice for spring. So since I'm wearing greens, I thought I would do a green eyeshadow look. So I've already put on my foundation, my blush, my lipstick, and I've done my eyebrows. So if you want to see that, I've got some other videos. If you scroll down, you'll be able to see a video on those things. So as I'm getting ready to start with my eyeshadow, first of all, I did put on some eyeshadow primer, and this is Urban Decay. I would suggest not using a primer unless you have trouble with it creasing. But if you're only going to be out for a couple hours, you'll be fine. Or if you really do have a lot of creasing with your eyeshadow, this is a good primer to put on. So I put it on and it's already dry. And before I get started, I'm pulling out all my eyeshadow brushes, and I use most of them. And when I'm getting ready to do a color I don't normally wear, like today, the green, I'm going to quickly get the old eyeshadow colors off of my eyeshadow brushes. So I have this little tin that you can buy off of Amazon. And you can just take your brushes and that takes off any color that's on them. You can also use like a towel, just get the old color off so that you're not trying to, so you don't get a muddied look. So, all right, I'm going to be using mostly the Danessa greens in the foil or the metallic. I'm also going to use the cream of the Danessa. So let's start with that first of all. I'm going to take my larger eye brush and I'm just going to get that everywhere because I want to make sure that my eye color or my lid is all one color. I tend to have dark areas. So I also used a concealer first to get my eyelids are really dark. So if I want a vibrant color and not look muddied, I usually put a little concealer on my eyes and then go all over with a light cream shadow. All right, so we are going to start in with the lighter green. I'm going to use my slanted brush, and this one is Eris. You can see what I love about the Danessa metallics is a metallic is not probably the good word to use for these because metallic to me seems chunky and this is real creamy. It's kind of like a foil. So I'm going to dab my brush, and as you can see, I don't use very much. These colors are really rich and a little goes a long, long way. So I'm basically doing my lid my whole lid. I am going a little lighter on the inside and a little darker or a little more color on the outside. Just covering that lid up to the crease. And you can see that color really is starting to pop. I love it. And green eyeshadow with green eyes is really pretty. All right, so there we have that. Now I'm going to go in with this darker green. It's almost like a blue green, and this is Empress. I'm going to grab a little of that, and I'm using my rounded tip brush. This is, I can't read it, number 10. I use this brush a lot. This is probably my favorite eyeshadow brush. Now here, I'm going to use it in the crease and above. And make sure that you have your eyes open when you do this, because your eyes have a totally different shape when they're closed than when they're open. And people are going to look at you when your eyes are open. So you want to put the shadow on in the way that benefits the shape of your eye. So I'm going on the outside corner, in the crease, and up, so that when my eye is open, you can see that dark green. And I'm pushing it up and blending it. Never want to pull it down. That makes your eyes look saggy. So above that crease, so when my eyes are open, you can see it. All right. And go ahead and do that other eye. I kind of start by tapping it, get the color in there, and then I will go in and blend it up. Again, opening my eye. That was probably a biggest change for me, was when I learned how to do that with the shadows with my eye open, because that totally made the look different. If you get a little bit too much, you've got that concealer brush that can take some of that off. All right. Make sure they're pretty even. Then I'm going to take and go back into a little bit of that cream. This is also the Danessa. This is Rise Up. This is a great color just to have for underneath your brow line and for blending in. So I'm just blending that cream into the green. We don't want a line where it stops. We want it to blend out. All right, like that. Okay, I am going to go back in with that dark, and I'm going to use that angled brush because I want to get it a little bit more in the corner and then underneath my eye. So I'm going to take that dark green, and I'm taking just the edge of the brush, one side, and getting it in there just a little bit, like that. Tap and get the excess off. And with the longest part to the outside, I'm going to go right underneath, and then push a little more of that dark color right in the corner. And I'm going to go do the other side. So I'm going to flip the brush because I want it this way. See how the angle matches the corner of my eye? And right underneath. You don't want very much because you don't want it coming clear down underneath your eye. It'll make your eyes look really small. And then rub that in the corner, pushing up. All right. Now on the inside corners, I want something light. All right, so I'm going to go in there. I'm going to use this brush. This is, it's like number 20. Cleaned it off. And I want something with a little sparkle and something that's light. So I'm going to go in here with this gold. I'm tapping it on the corner and taking it right. Remember, I'm opening my eye. And just where I can see it there in the corner. And right underneath. This is going to lighten up. There was a lot of green. I'm taking it down under the bottom to meet where that green was. And then I'm going to close my lid and carry it over just a little bit. See, to the middle here? That really is going to brighten my eyes. Okay. Now I'm going to clean off this rounded dome brush. I'm going to go in one more time and lightly blend. So I've got the yellow, and then it kind of turns a little lighter and it blends into that medium green and the dark green. All right, now I'm going to do some liner. I'm going to use my liquid liner. Love this stuff. Our liner pencils are also really good. They're cream, but they do set up and they don't go anywhere once you're done putting them on. But I like the liquid. So I'm going to actually take my mirror. Hope you can see. Start in the corner and work a line clear out. And then after I get that line in, I usually thicken it up a little bit. On the outside, about the middle of my eye out, I'm going to make it a little thicker. And then when I open my eye, I'm going to take that line down so that you can't really see where it ends. Okay, other side. This liner, liquid liner, is very pointed, the brush. So it's really easy to control. So if you've not liked other liquid liners, you might want to give this a try. So I've got a line on there. I'm going to go back on the outside and thicken it up just a little bit, making sure it goes clear down to my lash line. And then I'm going to open my eye, and you can see where it's ended, and you don't want that. So I'm going to pull it right on down. All right, then I'm going to add a little bit of the Alley green pencil on my waterline. And you can see that is a real light green. Got a little bit. I love these concealer brushes for cleaning things up. You could also use the light nude as well. And I'm going to go on the inside with the lighter color. Gosh, it's so nice to hear the birds singing. A little windy today, but that's okay. And then clean up anything so your lines are nice and sharp. Okay. I'm going to leave it just like that, I think. Right after I take a little bit more of this green up here. There. All right. So I'm going to real quick, I usually have lash extensions and they're obviously gone. So I've done a little bit of work practicing with the glue-on lashes. I've tried the magnetic lashes, and both of them work okay. I think I probably like the glue-on a little better. But tonight I'm going to show you just how good our mascara is. So I'm not going to put lashes on. First of all, I am going to curl the little bit of lashes that I have, since they're super, super short, since I've had them, you know, with the extensions. So first off, I'm going to curl the lashes. What I have. I thought maybe I could get used to not having the lash extensions and not put them back on when this is all over, but I think I'm going to have to go back and put them back on. So a little trick with our mascara. It has got fibers in it, and I find that it goes on so much better if it's warm. So the whole time I was doing my makeup, I was sitting on this. So now it's nice and warm, and it's going to apply so much better, and those fibers are going to go on so much better. So let's go ahead and put that on. And I want you to see, we're going to do just one side. And you need to use more than one coat. I had a friend tell me you needed a coat for every 10 years you've been alive. And I don't think I've got time for 5 or 6 coats, but I am going to use at least 3. Okay, so while that's still wet, I'm going to go back in and curl my lashes one more time. Okay. And I want that to dry, and I'm going to help it along. I've got one of these little air dryers. Have you seen these? This is great if you're using eyelash glue. You can get these on Amazon, and it dries so much faster. I guess I don't know why I did the other eye since I don't have it on there yet, but all right, here we go. Coat number 2. Let me use my little... And the fibers are starting to stick to my itty bitty nubby lashes, and I can actually start to see them now. Okay, I'm gonna let it dry. So you can start to see, I think I'm actually getting some lashes there. I'm gonna do a 3rd coat. Mainly hitting the tips so that they get a little longer. This stuff is so good because the fibers, I've used mascaras before that have fibers, and they get gunky, they get chunky, they get all over the place. They also flake off during the day off of your lashes and land on your cheek, and this does not do that. But remember, you need to replace your mascara every 3 months. So if you haven't done it lately, you better do it. All right, can you see the difference? Granted, my lashes aren't very long, but they sure look a whole lot better with this mascara. So I'm gonna go and do the other side quick. And I like curling them before I start, and then one more time with a coat of mascara on them. And make sure you can use the very end of this way in order to get those really tiny lashes on the inside corner and the outside corner, because you don't want to forget those. They're a little harder to hit, so that's why I like to use the end of my brush. What do you think? I like the green. I think this might be the first time I've done the green. And I like it with this lipstick. I just got this. This is number color 205. So it's a pink. I think it's Southern Charm or something like that. The only thing I think I might need, I think I need a little bit more brightness in my cheeks. So I am actually going to go in with this. I know it looks super, super bright, but it's really pretty on. You don't need much. If you don't have this color, think about getting it, because just a little bit, and it really makes your face shine much better. You can also use a little of this as an eyeshadow. All right, so there you go. Green eyeshadow. It looks great with green eyes. It would look great with a lot of colors, brown, any of that. If you are curious again about the numbers for the shadows, either let me know or I'll put them in the comments as well. And thanks for tuning in. I hope everyone's doing well, and I hope I get to see some of you in person really, really soon. So please take care of yourself and let me know if I can help. Thanks.